But Jack Hoffman with the Decriminalized Grand Rapids is on the phone right now.
Yes, he is. Welcome to the program, Jack.
Steve?
Now, you had some significant progress out since we last visited. Can we recap really quickly where we were at when you were on the program last? We were in a situation, if I'm not mistaken, where you guys were preparing for a long, entrenched legal battle with regards to initiating the ordinance as it was redrafted, the Charter Amendment as it was redrafted by the voters last fall.
Yeah, March 15, the city attorney came out with her surprise motion to, have the judge rule that the city police officers had a duty to report state marijuana violations to the prosecutor, which would have made the Charter Amendment ineffective. So that was, and then she was, asked the judge if he wasn't going to grant her motion right away for leave to sue decriminalized GR. So that was a big surprise turnaround, stab in the back. But it all turned out. We had our hearing on the 26th. The judge, he beat up the prosecutor pretty good. He said, look, the statute doesn't say what you want it to say. It just doesn't. So this is a charter amendment, not an ordinance. And then the city attorney got up. She didn't even, she said, I'll rest on my briefs. She didn't even, have the stomach to argue her case.
No rebuttal at all? Or
No, just, and then she said, do you have any questions? And the judge said, I do have some questions. And he said, look, it's the city attorney's, it's the city manager's job to set the rules for the police regulations, and you've set all these, rules 1 through 12 before me, and you want me to go through each one, check them off. Is this one right? Is this one wrong? Can this one be tweaked? He said, that's not my job. He said, that's the city manager's job. So I'm not going to do that. So, her whole thing about getting the judge to make these binding rulings that would have gutted the Charter Amendment, he just shut that right down. And and then you know what he said? He said, so it was kind of, and then I got up and gave our arguments, and he said, well, I think I know what I'm going to rule. This was on the 26th. But it's a complicated case, and, there's some, I don't want to make it off the cuff, so I'm going to issue a written opinion. He said, but then he said one more thing. He said to the city attorney, he said, when we were in here in January arguing about, am I using up too much time here?
Well, we're starting to get ready to go to break, so I'm going to have to put you on hold for a second, okay. But I get where you're going. Hold the thought, and we'll come back, and we'll find out what happened after this meeting. And we've got some questions about how to participate in the Decrim initiative there and how to support them further. Find out more. It's the Political Twist-Up Show on the Multimedia Digital Network. The Political Twist-Up Show.
Well, this formula is specifically to grow cannabis.
That's Ray Kogo for Kogo's Original Cannabis Formula Nutrients.
Now, everybody knows that large buds and tight buds come from genetics, and then the amount of light you use. The other part is having the correct nutrients that the plant's going to use. Mine specifically to grow cannabis, so it's going to get everything that it needs.
Ray knows what you may not. Those nutrient companies you can get in most grow shops are not cannabis specific. That means they take the stuff out of the bloom that your plant needs in bloom. You can get Kogo's Original Cannabis Formula Nutrients too. It's just 2 1-gallon jugs that make over 600 gallons of nutrients, all for less than $100. See the difference for yourself.
More trichomes, bigger buds, faster growth, and for less money.
Go to CANNABISformula.com or call Ray direct at 517-375-8998. That's 517-375-8998. Kogo's Original Cannabis Formula Nutrients.
Get everything you need at Hydrovision Indoor Gardening Centers. It's spring, and it's time you get to planting. And whether you're starting plants indoors for the outdoor season or just making your house more green, the technical experts at Hydrovision stores will help you with indoor design and supply so that your indoor gardening dreams always become reality. Mention my name, Steve Green, for a special discount. Hydrovision Indoor Gardening Centers in Howell, Trenton, Richmond, Fenton, and Belleville, one near you, or check out myhydrovision.com. The law offices of Targowski and Grow remind you to stand up for your rights. Always treat law enforcement with respect, but if you're detained or arrested, stand up for your rights by repeating, I respectfully invoke all of my legal and constitutional rights. I do not consent to any search or seizure. I want to remain silent, and I want to talk to my attorneys, John Targowski and Daniel Grow. Targowski and Grow have the education and experience you need to be successful in Michigan courts. Call Targowski and Grow toll free, 800-957-1069. The law offices of Targowski and Grow, 800-957-1069. So you're a medical marijuana patient. You need a caregiver, or you need some assistance. Let me tell you who your answer is. It's the Ant Farm. They're mobile. They come out and help you. It's Metro Detroit's #1 mobile service for medical patients. They're safe, discreet, and convenient. It's the Ant Farm. Call them today, 888-369-3320, or check them out at antfarmcc.org. That's antfarmcc.org. It's the Ant Farm, 10 to 10 daily. Call for details, 888-369-3320.
If you or someone you know received a traffic ticket, has been charged with a misdemeanor, drinking and driving, criminal offense, or has had their driver's license taken away, they need an attorney. They need attorney Glenn McCandless. He's helped hundreds of people solve their legal problems over the past 16 years.
My law firm is dedicated to providing quality legal services at affordable rates.
Call us at 586-755-2900. Again, that's 586-755-2900. Call now.
At Clio Cultivation, the things that really matter are the best customer service, lowest prices, and a friendlier atmosphere. We share knowledge that will increase your harvest and happiness. Recently, a grower reported double yields in 8 weeks by following our methods of the Garden Sage. We also guarantee the lowest prices on every product every day. When you are here, just smile. Bad days don't exist anymore. Now offering complete 1,000-watt systems for $179, 8-light T5s $189, 16-inch wall mount fans $33.95, Exhale CO2 bags $28, 8-inch Raptors $199, 1,000-watt ballast $89.95, 1,000-watt lamps start at $50, and Happy Frog and Ocean Forest lower than $13.95. Call for details at 810-686-GROW or visit 11394 North Saginaw Road. Weekdays 10 to 7, Saturday 10 to 5. At Clio Cultivation, we know to see it is to believe it.
The Political Twist Up radio show.
We come to you live every Saturday from 3 until 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Currently on Flint at WFNT and in Grand Rapids, WTKG. So we thank you for joining us today. With us on the program, Jack Hoffman from Decriminalized Grand Rapids. Welcome back to the program, Jack. You were saying about, you were wrapping up about where this ended up with the judge.
Oh, yeah, at the hearing on the 26th. So he said, last time you were in here on the motion for to deny the prosecutor's motion for preliminary injunction in January, you told me that I should lift the temporary restraining order because you needed experience in, applying the police rules for implementing the ordinance. He said, I thought that made sense. Well, then I lift the restraining order and I read in the paper the city manager is not going to implement the charter amendment until I make a decision. He said, look, I'm going to write my opinion, but that is, I'm not stopping the city manager from implementing the charter amendment. I lifted that restraining order 3 months ago, and basically told her, don't wait for me to issue my opinion to implement the amendment. So they went ahead and implemented it on May 1st, Wednesday, May 1st, as said they would do. And I gave them their props for that. I said, that's great. And then, and then on Monday, then he came out with his opinion, dismissed the prosecutor's case, said the the civil infraction was within the power of the people to pass that, and he said it was also within their power to prohibit their police officers, instruct their own police officers, who are, after all, their employees, to not report marijuana violations to the prosecutor. So, we went on, and then he denied the city's motions. He said, there's no case of controversy. There's nothing for me to decide here. just go ahead and implement the charter amendment. So we beat the prosecutor and the city, so it was a good day for DCGR.
And a good day for the citizens of Grand Rapids,
Yeah, it
whose
was.
vote was
Yes,
honored.
The voters actually count.
I think we won that by, the judge said that too. He said, I was in politics before I became a judge. 60% was a landslide.
Right.
That's right. Yes, it is.
That's what he said. He said, and he was careful to say, look, I'm not saying whether this is a good idea or a bad idea, but this is what the people voted for. Right. So, yeah, it was a good result, and now we got the civil infraction thing going. So, yeah, it was a good couple of weeks for the people.
Nice. Now, what does this mean? What does this mean for the people? This means that the city charter is being enacted now, the way that it was modified, and it also means what? Is there any other looming legal battle? It seemed to me when I read,
the prosecutor's going to appeal. Okay.
Well, and let me just ask you this. I noticed when I read the opinion that he really walked him through the doorway of how he might be able to fight this further.
Oh, the judge's opinion, you think?
Yes.
How was that?
Well, didn't he talk about how if you had done it in this way, and if you attacked it from this angle, I mean, he did the kind of thing. He basically told the prosecutor how to plead is what he did. He told the prosecutor how to plead.
No, I didn't read it that way, and so I'm not sure what part of the decision you're talking about.
Well, then I'll let that rest where it is. But go ahead and if you can answer that question.
Well, the prosecutor's going to. Last time I talked to him, he's going to appeal. I hope after they're reading the judge's opinion, they don't. But anyway, we got to raise some money that's going to cost $30,000 in my time. So we're trying to raise some money to pay to combat the prosecutor's appeal. Now, the city attorney had threatened to sue DCGR, that's true, but given the judge's opinion, I told the judge, just dismiss her motion because she's never pled a claim. Right. She hasn't properly gone through the proper, legal way of raising a claim. But he didn't do that. He went the next step and he said, basically, even if you had pled this claim, I would dismiss your case, and so basically don't sue DCGR because I'll dismiss your case just like I'm dismissing the prosecutor's case. I'm paraphrasing.
Right, it's kind of a hint. It was a between the lines thing.
Told her, so I doubt she's going to appeal now. I don't know. Sometimes I cannot predict, obviously, everything she's going to do.
If people want to
tried me before, but I think it would be a kamikaze mission.
Now, if people want to contribute to Decriminalize Grand Rapids, or if they want to find out more about the organization, what's the best way for them to learn more or to contact you?
We've got a website. Google Decriminalize GR, and you'll get our website, and you can ask some questions. And Tyler Nickerson is our go-to person for contacts. So get on the website and send a message to Tyler, and he can let you know how to help.
Well, we certainly do want to help the people out there who worked so hard on that campaign to get it done, and in an overwhelming fashion to let it.
It was a team effort. We had a great ground game, getting the petitions, and then getting out the vote, and then we had some great media people working with us all through. So it was a real grassroots, definition of grassroots efforts. So
Mr. Jack Hoffman
democracy.
Mr. Jack Hoffman from Decriminalize Grand Rapids, we will be talking to you again soon in the future. We will not stop following this until it's pinned down to where it needs to be.
Sounds good, Steve.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining the program.
Have a great day.